Hey y'all, hope you're having a fabulous day. Thought I would show you a recipe that I found on Pinterest. Now, the person who posted this recipe gave me permission to do a YouTube video, and I am going to post the link below so that you can get the recipe directly from her. Her name is Julia, and her blog and website is The Savory Tooth, and man, does she have some great recipes. I really encourage you to get on there, follow her, and try some of her recipes. But today, I am making her fudge. It is hands down one of my husband's favorites, and he is a keto man. Now, y'all know I do WW, so WW points is going to be 3. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with y'all. She does not have that on her blog, of course, but or on her Pinterest, but of course you could always put it into your Weight Watcher recipe builder, and it's going to give you the points values. So it's super simple. You just start out with butter. So I've already started out with my butter. You are going to use Swerve confectionate sugar. I don't have the package out here, but it is going to be 0 calories for that Swerve, and it is excellent. I use it all the time. I use the confectionate and the regular granulated Swerve. So I really like that brand, and I will post a link on there so how you can find that. Of course, I got mine at Sprouts, but you can get it on Amazon. I don't know that you can order directly from Sprouts. So if you don't have a Sprouts in your area, hey, Amazon is the way to go. Now, so you start with that. You're also going to just do the unsweetened bacon chocolates, and that's just whatever brand you want. Heavy cream, vanilla. Now, one of the things that I'm going to try today, I'll have to let you know how it turns out, is I love pecan butter. I think I showed you, I did a fat bomb with pecan butter. I love pecan butter. And I bought it at Costco, and all it is pecans and salt. That's it. And it's purely pecan. I'll leave you a link to it. And when I make this recipe, I always use the silicone molds, which you can get at, of course, Amazon, Michael's, probably Hobby Lobby, just any of those places. But I use a silicone mold, and the reason why is this recipe that Julia has invented is unbelievably delicious. And so I make it into 48 little individual molds because I tend to overeat it. And so that way I can have a little bit of self-control because this stuff is yummy. It reminds me of what I call that old-fashioned 2-minute fudge recipe that my grandmother used to make. Although this is not her recipe, because I did get in there and look and see if it was very similar to my grandmother's. It's a little different. So, and it also has vanilla in it. So I've got everything already measured out. And one of the things that I wanted to share a tip with you, when it comes to cutting that unsweetened baker's chocolate that's in those blocks, y'all, that stuff is hard to cut up, and it just makes a mess. So I got to thinking one day, well, how are we going to cut this stuff up? I have about 0 patience. So I was looking in this drawer right here, which is my husband's like junk drawer. Bet you have one at your house too. And my husband loves Harbor Freight, and he probably got this little hammer for free. And I thought, that might work. So what I do before I even take the chocolate out of the package, I just with this hammer, and then the chocolate comes out pretty coarse. Now I wouldn't say it's finely chopped, but it'll do. So all you do, mix all of this stuff in a bowl. So it's really very simple. And let me get all that confection. Y'all, the other thing is, and she puts this in her recipe, but I'm going to go on and share this tip. I don't think she'll care, is when you are making this, you need to do this like in 30-second intervals and stir, and then go back 30-second intervals and stir. And the reason why you want to do this is because you don't want this chocolate to burn. You don't want this butter to start to scorch or turn real gold. It's going to give it a whole different taste and feel and look. And it's expensive. This would be too expensive for you to make it and burn it up, or it would be for me. Might not be for you, but it would be for me. And then you're just going to add in the cream. and then the vanilla. And then you just go from there and put it in the microwave. So I'm gonna go microwave it and then show you what it looks like after you microwave it. Put it in my molds, pop it in the freezer for about 30 minutes, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm also gonna let you know how it turned out where I put the little drops of pecan butter in the molds and see if that messes it up. I have a feeling it might, but anyway, I'll be back in a minute or two. I'm back. It took a total of about 2 minutes to get this all melted. Now I want to point out that if you don't have a microwave or you don't like to use microwaves, I have friends who do not use them, do not own them, do not like them. You could always do this on top of the stove. I don't know if she says it in her blog. I might even do it in a double boiler if I was going to do it on top of my stove. But this has inspired me to try a recipe that I have to make some chocolate icing. I'm gonna try it, and if it turns out, I'm gonna post that too. So I have to give her a thumbs up. Thank you so much for posting this recipe and sharing it and just spending the time in your kitchen, Julia, for coming up with these great recipes that make doing the keto not so hard for people who love some sweets. And I don't know too many people who don't like some sweets. So this is about the consistency. I did want to show you, this right here makes it super easy for you to see because I'm going to pour it into the molds. And as you can see, it is just kind of a runnier consistency. But y'all, I've made this before, so I promise you that once you pop it in the freezer, it is going to get hard. It's going to set. And y'all, this stuff is delicious. And you know what? I'm the only person that's here today besides my little granddaughter who's back in her room watching Mickey Mouse. So, you know what that means? I don't have to fuss with anybody over getting to lick the bowl. So, I hope you enjoy this recipe. Again, I'm going to share her link and some so you can get on there, follow her. Just a wonderful person posting great recipes for those of you who are doing low carb or keto. So anyway, this is a Saturday for me. Don't know if I'll post this on a Saturday. So if you're wondering why I'm so tacky today, it's because it's Saturday. So y'all have a fabulous weekend and see you soon. Bye y'all.